Inside Huntsville with Brenda Martin, a conversation with department heads at City Hall on streets, ball fields, public safety, and more. And also with our community partners that add economic security, support education, and enhance the city's quality of life.
Hello, I'm Brenda Martin with Inside Huntsville, and welcome to today's show. Dr. Karen Sheppard is the director of Huntsville Animal Services Department, and there's been lots of great changes since she's taken the reins. She's here today to talk in detail about many of those changes, and she brought some furry friends with her. Welcome, Dr. Sheppard, and thanks for being here with us.
This is wonderful.
You've enhanced the Animal Services Department tremendously since you've taken over. You've got, you've got the Adopt a Pet program. You've got a foster pet program, and you have doubled the volunteer program. Let's go back and talk about each one of them. Talk about the Adopt a Pet program first.
So we are working toward that every pet that comes into our building, that we find a suitable home for each and every one of them. So yes, every day, Monday through Saturday, we're open and hoping that people will come into our building and fall in love with a pet. Dog and cats mainly. I would say 90% of our intake are dogs and cats. But then every once in a while we have some chickens, maybe a llama, a horse.
Is that right?
And then little pocket pets, guinea pigs, gerbils, hamsters. But in general, it's like what I brought today, cats and dogs.
Okay, well, on an average, how many people come in, would you say?
So last year, we adopted 74% of our pets, and that ended up being about 3,000 adoptions.
Oh my.
Yeah, and then quite a few of those animals went to rescues. So I would say on a given day, we have about 20 different adopters come in, and then of course during special events, it might be triple that. Sometimes we have a line very long.
Okay.
Which we work hard.
And talking about adopting, you brought some cuties with you.
I did.
What do you have there?
So this is a little rascal. Her name is Maggie. She's a 10-year-old blonde Chihuahua female. She's of course spayed and vaccinated and on heartworm preventative. And this month we're running a special, and all of our dog adoptions are $25, puppies and adult dogs. So Maggie's a small breed dog. She probably only weighs about 10 pounds. In general, most of the dogs at the shelter are bigger. They're over 40 pounds, bigger dogs.
Okay. And now Maggie will go for how much?
25.
25. She's 10 years old.
Right.
She's so calm.
Yes, she's a sweet girl. Yeah, adopting older pets, a lot of people are nervous about it.
Yeah, I would think so.
There's so many benefits. She's already housebroken. She knows, she loves children. You know, she already knows the routine of getting in and out of the car. She's just an easier pet. And Maggie, being a small breed dog, she's going to live another 8 years. So it's not like you're only going to have her a couple months, and you know, she's got many more years to live.
She's so sweet and so enjoyable, it seems like, huh?
She's definitely a lap dog, but she does love children.
She
and
does.
Sometimes little dogs aren't that great with children.
Right.
They don't have the tolerance.
Well, what about the foster a pet program? Now that's something very new, is it not?
Correct. We started with a foster program about 5 years ago, but maybe we only had a couple dozen pets in foster homes. And this past week I looked, we have 300 pets in foster homes.
No kidding.
It's a little, yeah, wow. So what fostering does is allows people to come into the shelter, meet a dog or a cat, and then basically try it out. So they take it to their home and they make sure that their other pets are going to get along, that the dog, because we don't have children to test our dogs in the shelter.
Yes.
So take it home, and we can tell if we think it's going to do well with children, but they can take it home and make sure that it does well with their children, that it doesn't climb out of their backyard, whatever, that mom's okay with it, because husbands will come in and get the dog and they're not sure what their mom's going to say. So it gives people a couple weeks to try it out. The other part of our foster program, like right now, we probably have 150 nursing moms and kittens in foster homes and or sick or injured pets. So we provide all the health care. The foster homes provide the love and food and time, taking care of them, and we get the kittens to the age like these that are 2 pounds where they can go to a forever home, and then we get everybody spayed and neutered and we find them homes. So it's a try it on, see if this pet fits, and then it also help us raise these animals or get these pets well to where they can go into a forever home. And it is life-saving and a lot of fun. People love fostering pets. I get pictures every day from people that have fostered pets and send me little growth charts of their kittens or show how the dog's doing in the house, you know, doing tricks or running around in the backyard. And so it's a very joyful program. And of course, it's free. People ask all the time, how much does it cost to foster? No, it's free. It's free? I mean, you take them, you have to drive them back home, and then you food and if they need to come to the shelter for updates of their vaccines. But it's free. There's no charge for that. Now, if you decide to adopt the pets, there's a fee associated with it, usually around $25.
And you say you've got about 300?
Yes. And amazing. It is amazing, and we try so hard to keep up with all the phone calls and, you know, care and people emailing us. My dog, you know, the dog that I took home's having her puppies, and you know, the questions they're asked. So it's 24/7 us answering questions with our foster homes.
How about that? Now, is this something that you started, foster a pet?
Right. A lot of municipal shelters used to not do some of these life-saving programs. But as time has gone on, even municipal shelters, meaning city-run, dog pound sort of thought, you want to save every pet that comes in, and foster programs, foster homes are a huge part of that. So yeah, we started it, and it started slow, and it's gained tremendous momentum. And last summer, we probably had about 100 pets in foster, and now we have 300. So you can see how the momentum gains. And it's wonderful because all those pets live and find forever homes.
Exactly, and it's a way to help move a lot of your inventory, if you will.
It is.
Yes.
Well, because little kittens, if we tried to take care of them in the shelter, one, we don't have the staff to do it, to care for them. But they also would end up getting a respiratory cold. Same thing with the dogs. So when we can move a certain percentage out into our community and foster homes, and then they market the pets for us, because their neighbors see them, and they're people they go to church with and work, and all of a sudden someone that may not have come into the shelter to adopt a kitten, they've adopted two from their neighbor.
Right. Now, how long is the period of adoption?
With a foster home?
In the foster home.
It usually under 90 days, the pet leaves the building and is officially adopted. We try to encourage people to make decisions within 2 weeks, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer for people. So our goal is that by the time when the pet leaves the building with a foster family, that in 90 days it has a new home or they bring it back to us.
Now, how about, okay, gotcha. All right, so that applies also for the foster program as well.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Because if people have fostering a pet for a long period of time, it often is difficult. Because then they're nervous about taking another pet in because they know, I might have it a year trying to find it a home.
Yes.
So we want to try to move those animals into forever homes.
Right. Well, let's look at the kittens.
Come on, babies. Yeah, they've kind of fallen asleep, haven't they?
So cute.
So these kittens were tiny, tiny little nuggets when I got them. They were just a couple days old.
Were they really?
And we worked really hard. One of the things we've done this year is when we find orphaned baby kittens, we try to find the mama. Well, we could not find these kittens' mama. So I got a foster mom for them, talking about foster pets. And so this is Judy, and this is Joey. They're siblings. They're both about 8 weeks old.
Here, Maggie.
This is a little flame point kitten. It's got blue eyes, and it's got orange on its legs and its ears, and just a precious little kitten. Has a funny little meow. Can you hear it? Wow. Sounds hoarse. And this is a gray tabby. He's named Joey.
Joey.
And just a doll. And this cat loves other dogs. Loves to play with dogs.
Really?
He wrestles with my dogs. You can tell they're all getting along here.
Yes.
So Sweet things. And this month we've been running a special, and we do specials on our cats and kittens, but we had a special this month called $9 for 9 lives. You know, they talk about cats.
Yes,
So all
yes.
our kittens were $9. People are coming from neighboring counties to adopt $9 kittens. That means they're fully vaccinated, they're spayed and neutered, they've been tested for leukemia and AIDS, and they're microchipped. So that's a really good deal.
How about that? Oh, I'm loving this. Hello. Hi.
And this one's purring. My little flame point. You gonna sit up here and be good?
To our show here today.
Come here, Maggie. Come here. Come get on your blankie. Good girl.
Oh, cute, cute. Okay, he won't jump, will he?
I don't think he will.
Okay.
Is he distracting?
No, not at all. Not at all. Okay, let's talk. The shelter has monthly promotions.
Yes, right.
You did mention that earlier to market the pets, and you've got some specials coming up this month.
Right. So in September, because football season starts, we're
Okay.
going to do an MVP special. All dogs and cats, kittens and puppies will be $25 if you come in wearing your favorite football. We're going to kind of stick with football. So,
Okay.
And basically Auburn, Alabama.
Okay.
So you get the special if you come in wearing an Auburn, Alabama, but I'm sure we're going to have to let some UT people and, you know.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Come on now.
yeah.
You
There's
gotta
going to be
do
a few
little bit.
people
Yeah.
that just won't join us Alabama crazy people. But so if you come in sporting a T-shirt or a jersey or even a baseball cap,
Okay.
you're going to get a $25 special. And that's just to, again, encourage people to come. And people right now are bringing props to the building. So we've gotten some baseball caps and cute little jackets to put on the animals so we can take pictures through the month of them wearing Auburn, Alabama paraphernalia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh.
it'd be really cute. So it's just, and she did jump down.
And she did. How about that? Okay, not a problem. Where are you gonna go? What's this one's name?
Joey.
Joey's running all around the studio. He's having a ball. No problem. Okay, another question. In 2014, you had a live release rate of 74%.
Correct.
Now in 2015, your percentage, you've increased your percentage to something like 88%.
Correct.
Talk about that. Explain this to the audience
Okay.
and what's its significance?
So shelters, in looking at their statistics and their data, one of the things that they do is they compare the number of animals that leave the program alive. So going into rescues or forever homes versus animals, unfortunately, that might have to be euthanized.
Okay.
So last year we were so thrilled with our improved live release rate of 74%, but that means that the other percentage of pets still, unfortunately, were destroyed in our shelter program. So the goal eventually will be, and we're hoping this year, saving 88%. The goal is that you want to save every pet that comes into your program that's a healthy pet or a pet that has a treatable problem, whether that is a medical issue like a broken leg or a behavioral issue like maybe it's food aggressive. So, you know, you might end up getting bitten when you're holding food for the dog or whatever. So you want to save every pet, and that percentage ends up in many communities being 90% of the animals, maybe all the way up to 95%. But one of our goals is we would like to have a shelter that saves at least 90% of the animals. So right now we're at 88%.
We're almost there.
I know, we're so close, and we've been working so hard, but it's a relief. It's a relief for the community,
Sure.
for animal lovers,
Yes.
for definitely all our rescue partners, but most of all, it's a relief for those of us who work there.
On a day-to-day basis.
Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness. So
Yes.
now it's unfortunate still, but there are pets that come into the program that are suffering. They are at the very end of their lives, and their owners have asked us to put the animal to sleep. And that, of course, is humane and appropriate,
Okay.
although it's often very sad, of
Sad,
course.
sure.
It's typically very sad.
Because animals become really a part of the family.
They should definitely be a part of the family, and they're such intelligent mammals. They can interact with us, and they really are part of the family. It hurts us when we see them that they are not. So Maggie's looking at the kitten.
Yes.
She likes them, maybe too much. So we do have euthanasias that are called humane, and those are for pets that really are at the end of their life, and no treatment is going to provide care for them. So those euthanasias will always be appropriate, and hopefully one day will only be 5% of our shelter. But right now we're still euthanizing a percentage of animals, mainly large breed dogs, that are showing some aggression tendencies or truly are almost feral or phobic. And if they were small breed dogs like this, we would work with them. But when these dogs are 40 and 50 pounds and they're going to hurt another animal or hurt someone, or they're big and they've never been handled by people, those dogs are still a problem for our community. We have yet to figure out the resources to get those dogs rehabilitated and into homes. So that's some of that percentage that's below 90%. It's mainly dogs. We're saving so many of our cats, pretty much 90-something% of our cats. We're still struggling with our dogs.
Okay, so the cats are an easier...
Yes, because cats can live among us and be fed, but not be completely owned. But running $9 adoptions on kittens and having this great foster home program, we've been able to find homes for all our healthy and friendly cats. But those cats that are still healthy but maybe are a little worried about being handled or have never been handled, those cats are being released back to where they were found, spayed and neutered, so they don't reproduce, and vaccinated.
Yes, indeed. Another question, where do you get most of your animals? Do people bring them in? Do they find them on the streets, or where do you get them?
I know, it's amazing how many animals, you know, and you don't have a perspective until you come in my building and walk all the rows and look in all the kennels. So I would say, you know, we partnered with Madison County about 20 years ago, and they bring our pets to us.
Oh, is that right?
So the county jurisdiction probably brings in about 40% of the dogs and cats, and the city is about 60%, a little more densely populated for the city, so that's why those numbers make sense. And then I would say probably 30% of the animals are brought in, 70% are brought in by the officers. So citizens bring in about 30% where they found them, or it's my pet and I need to find it a home, but 70% are brought in through the animal service officers, county and city.
We've got so much to talk about still. Every time you come, you know, it doesn't seem like we have enough time.
It's interesting stuff.
Know, one of the things I want you to talk a little bit about is your officers. What do they do?
What do they do? Oh, they're wonderful. I will tell you the number one goal is they are such great mediators and counselors, and that's what they're responding to so often are needs between animals and citizens, and they're always trying to, Kitty, stop that. It's scratching.
It's scratching.
Might have to chase it down. So they're always communicating with citizens to try to make sure animals are cared for appropriately.
Okay.
And that people are taking appropriate care of their animals. And then also making sure that people are safe, that owned pets are, that they're being responsible and not causing a public safety issue. But so often it's about conversations and connecting, much like a police officer.
Okay, sure. And how many officers do you have?
We have 9 officers and 2 supervisors.
Now, are they, is this 24/7?
Yeah, no, the police department helps us after hours. But
okay.
we always have someone on call.
Okay, good. Can we talk a little bit about the, we're gonna put up the charts.
Okay.
And talk a little bit about figure 1.
Okay. So this is a great overview to show that over the past, is this 8 years, 5, 6 years, 7 years?
7 years.
That we have actually had a decrease in the number of animals coming into our building.
Okay.
But we all know that Madison County is growing, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
since
indeed.
more people are coming in, there's got to be more animals,
That's
right?
right.
So one of the key factors in the success that's happening today happened back in 2007 and 2008. And that's when the city and the county and our partner, SNAP, started a low-income spay-neuter program. And what that does is people that have pets but maybe can't afford to have them spayed and neutered, they can come into our building, show proof of participating in the program, they pay us $5. We give them a voucher to get their pet spayed and neutered. Veterinarians have partnered with us and give us these wonderful discounted spay and neuter program fees, so that we as the taxpayer are getting a very good bargain. But what's happened by helping people do the right thing, they want to do the right thing, but by partnering, we've gone from taking in 10,000 animals. This year we're on track to probably be around 6,000 animals. So guess what? It's easier to find homes for 6,000 animals than 10,000. It's much better. So we prevented those births. But you can see as the numbers have gone down, and then in 2014, we started our community cat diversion program. Essentially, we went from euthanizing over 50% of our animals to saving 74%. So you can look in 2014, that was the first year that, some relief. We saved 4,179 of our pets, but still euthanized 1,500. 500 were cats and 1,000 were dogs. So here we are this year, again, dramatic improvement. And as of the end of June, we had only euthanized 302 animals. And I would say all but about 10 of them were these dogs that we were talking about.
Sure.
You know, you want to focus on the positive, but we tend to focus on the lives that we're still euthanizing.
Exactly. Okay, what about the cat live release? That's your figure 2.
So yes, this shows dramatically. This year we've euthanized 44 cats compared to 520 last year. And this is where every cat that comes into our building, regardless of its personality, if it is healthy, it is going to have a live release outcome. And again, I cannot underestimate the success that our foster home program. See, we used to get in, we'd get in 40 kittens a day.
Oh my.
And we couldn't find homes for all of them quick enough. So now we can put them in foster homes, and then they come back and slowly adopt them out to our community. So we're on track probably to save, 96% of our cats this year.
How about that?
It's really amazing.
Okay, how about figure 3 here?
So correct. So figure 3 shows the vast improvement in the live release rate that we've had on our dogs. And as of in 2014, we did euthanize right at 1,000 dogs, 980, saving almost 2,600 dogs. This year, 1,300 have been adopted out or sent to our great rescue partners, and we've euthanized 258 dogs. Again, those dogs, yes, it's really wonderful.
Attributing that to?
Well, the number of animals has definitely reduced. We can spend more time with the animals we have. We've reduced our adoption fees, which encourages a lot of people to come from neighboring counties and to think about it, to think about coming to the shelter and adopt a shelter pet. The other thing that I guess adopting a shelter pet is just the thing to do now. It used to, people would think 10 years ago, oh, they're all sick and dangerous. But now people think, oh, that's what you're supposed to do, just like recycling and turning the lights off. And, adopting a shelter pet is trendy, and it's the right thing to do. There's peer pressure when you go buy a purebred dog.
How about that?
So now the peer pressure is, why didn't you get a shelter pet?
Why didn't you get a shelter pet? What's wrong with you? Yes. Don't you know we've got great animals there? Yes. Dr. Sheppard, it seems we never have enough time.
That's right.
Okay.
But I'll come back.
Okay, and we want you to come back. But I want to thank you for your involvement and for loving and caring for all of our four-legged friends and family members. And we've got to have you on again real soon.
Sounds great.
Okay, thanks for all that you do at the animal shelter as well. And I want to thank you for spending time with me today on Inside Huntsville. I'm Brenda Martin. Enjoy your day.